Hey everyone, I'm back. We got cut off there because it was something I was not supposed to say in that way. Everything is divinely assured, and I know exactly it was divinely cut off at that point. So you didn't miss anything, and I know I left you hanging for a bit, but I was very busy with so many things. Meanwhile. So let's continue, perhaps. Again, about you, what is so important, again, is your physical connections with each other, uniting and gathering. It's so important. For one way you may wish to look at it, your pure effective energetic field that you are emitting at all times, your auras, are perhaps, let's say, to a maximum of 4 to 6 feet extending out from your physical body. And there are reasons for that, why it's kept close as well, because of your immense energies in affecting the outside realities and into contact with. So your fields have been strengthened beyond what you ever thought, your energetic fields, and it affects everything. So things are taken care of divinely when they need to be, that you're not interacting with certain ones, or you're not affecting timelines or things where they should not be affected. Now, having said that, though, what we are doing and what we do need to do is to continue with the physical gatherings of you coming together, because these are very powerful energetic exchanges which activates and triggers within you more gifts yet, and it also strengthens you. And so with that comes more of opportunities for you to test your abilities and your strengths, not only individually but in groups, and also to more establish the magical part of this ascension within your perspective as well. It'll assist in you maintaining higher vibratory timelines. Just your unity with others creates that sort of energetic. So that is very important. And also to facilitate this, perhaps by the end of the week, on the Real Angels page, we will have an app set that you can go into and put your Facebook name and location on the map. And that way, once we have it complete, you can see who's in your area. It's much easier. We just initially started it with a share and put out a post, just in the comments section, put where you're from. But we're going to do this differently, so it makes it so much more easier. So that is coming perhaps by the end of the week. And our good angel Garnet is going to take care of that. He is quite busy. Garnet's set up and others set up the website for the stories page, and he's also going to do this for us. And it will appear in divine timing. It will be set up, and then each one can place their name and where they're at on the map, and then more of the gatherings will form and continue. Am I still here, or am I breaking up? Can someone just let me know if I'm still here? Please and thank you. Do you still see me? Can someone just say, or am I froze again? I believe I'm still here. Your comments, I can't see those. Those are, well, hold it. Check this out. Yeah, okay, good. There we go. Okay, so where was I at? The gatherings, yeah. Hold on. So yeah, those will continue and they're pertinent. At this time, many of you know that you are very, very strong. You're much stronger than you were a year ago and even a month ago in a lot of cases. And that's because everything's heating up and you're being given hand over foot so many more gifts as well. So pay attention to them. Don't doubt them and believe in them to the fullest, because that integrates them within you as well, much quicker. So I strongly suggest to do that as well, and it's very important. Okay, so what else was I going to say? At this point, also, you are the most powerful energetic forces upon this planet. Your prowess is above anything that you could think of as the 13 most prominent elitist families or any of those dark facets. You are above them. And to give you an example of why you are above them, if you look at any of the satanic cults and any of the darkness upon the planet, including the Vatican, what they did is they extracted their energy from you and from the masses. They cannot take their energy from the true light source, which is the sun. They could only take energy from what was available on the planet, from you. And they only could take the energy from you when they took away your consent and instilled fear. Now, this is very important. And the reason they cannot take Okay, I cut out for a moment. Can someone please let me know if I'm back on her? Thank you. Okay, am I back on? Okay, I believe I am. Okay, thanks, Colleen. Okay, good. Uh, so I don't know where I got cut off there, but what I'm trying to say is that you get your energy from the sun. The sun is more than just a sun, and you know that, and I'm not going to get into the particulars of it, but that's where you get your light energy from right now. It comes from other places, but it's funneled through to the sun, to you. The dark planet do not get their energy from that source, and they could not, because it's a pure, what comes from the sun is the pure virtuous source, and that is totally opposite of what they are. And so that is why you are more powerful, and the light is always more powerful than the dark. And I need not say any more than that, but to let you know that yes, you are the most powerful energetic presences on the planet at this time, and it's growing. You are getting stronger, and there is also more of you that are being awakened, and to your divinity degrees. You can say awakening is coming into your divinity and playing your divine roles here, which changes these timelines forever. Now, when I mentioned that when the missions are done, we leave. Now, there's many places we leave to. Some of you will be leaving what you would consider lower timelines where you were always suppressed. You will be leaving there and living on a timeline that things outside may appear the same, but you are living on a higher timeline where things are different and everyone is different. So that is the minimum that you leave to. The maximum, let's say it's pretty well anything you can imagine, where some of you are going. It depends on what you have in your soul contracts, and no one else can tell you what you have in your soul contracts. When it is time, you will receive it in your heart as an inner knowing what is in there. So the feeling for some of you that you're leaving here in the physical, that is your inner knowing, and you trust that. You're just not given a time on it, but you trust trust all that you are given with that. That's so important. So I do think the show is about to begin here, and by the end of the week, Trump kind of alluded to in a speech, perhaps on Saturday, that I believe he said something like the public will be very pleased by the end of this week. So perhaps that's alluding to something, what we've been looking for as well. So what you do is there's many different groups of us that are focused on so many things. Like, there's groups with supporting QAnon, putting out these divine messages, and they go to certain people. And there's ones, that are involved in backing Trump on the politicals. There's angelic groups, facets of us there. We're everywhere. We're integrated within everything on the planet. So there are groups that are, let's say, working on different divine tasks. So we are all one, even though sometimes you might have them little cat fights or whatever. You are all the same. And I can assure you there's no cat fights once you get back to fully being what you are. And really at this time, you should be at that stage where there is no cat fights. But anyway. And again, your ships, I'll just reiterate that. I believe it was I believe that got through in the last one, so I don't want to jumble this all up. Keep your ships with you in every dimension. If you feel that you're in a lower dimension, then just call your ships into that closer to you. And those are for the reasons you'll be given. I don't have to tell you why or share with you. You will know that yourself. Now, quickly jump into all of your abilities that I say you have, and a lot of you know you have them because I have personally worked with you and you have confirmed them for yourself. You have tested them, and you have received the validations that it is so. So for the ones, there were very few, perhaps a couple, that did not have their certain powers revealed to them, and that's because they still had a considerable amount of doubt and fear aspects like worry and concern and attachment to the 3D, 4D yet, and these becomes anchors, and it prevents one from coming into their divinity. So that's why it was so important to do the inner work and alleviate all of the fear and these sort of things so that you're prepared to take your divine angelic gifts within you while you are here. I'll just double check and make sure that can someone just, am I still live here? Can someone just make a comment, please? Thank you. I see Derek said it's the energy. Absolutely correct. Am I still alive here? Yeah, okay, thanks, Heidi. I got that. Thanks, Hong. You're looking well. You're looking beautiful as well. Yeah, I love you, sister. You're cool. So, uh, where was I? We were speaking about, well, it doesn't matter. I'm right where I should be. It's perfect. So, okay, I went over that. Oh, yeah, the energetics. Working with the higher energetics. And thanks, Derek, for bringing that up because that is important as well. So, I do have partially prepared a manifestation creation post on, to some of you already know how to do it, but I have written it up, most of it. It's not complete yet, giving you the way that the more advanced ones are able to create and to let's say, control energy in good ways to the extent that it's divinely approved. And this is in creating. And yes, everything is energy, and we are energy. And uh, the more you come back into being your full, pure, energetic self, then the more access you have to all the other energies at the higher different levels, that you can be in tune with these energies and you can guide them to work for you and to see things for you more efficiently. And this is how the angels work. And also, when you're in this energetic form, that you restricted by time. You can go back in time, you can go forward in time, and but mostly we go back in time to straighten things up. That's why we're in these forms now. We are not ever on one timeline here, and we really have not been since 2012. All of you that are listening here, you have been jumping timelines, and you've been, for the most part, obliviously and subconsciously doing divine work, changing things within yourselves, within others, and you have been changing events. But what you are going to be taking on now and in this very near future, you are going to be changing events intentionally, with good intent, of course. You're going to be aligning events with future timelines, and you're going to be changing certain ones uh, in good ways, and by activating them higher, and it helps them to adjust and accommodate the higher timelines as becoming a full reality for ones to transcend and ascend to. So this is taking on, I know, a much wilder, different role for you, but at this time, I do know that at least a few of you are ready for this, and I do know that there are a lot of you that are right at the threshold, getting ready to do this. And you don't have this, you are not granted this divine prowess of full creation. Well, not really full creation, but a greater creation effort until you have alleviated fears and the doubts to, well, eradicated them pretty much, and then you get your full powers. So that's why it's so important to do the inner work and get rid of that fear. It doesn't serve. You have to also do not other perspectives and beliefs, because all other perspectives and beliefs are correct. They are correct for each individual because they are correct for their level and what they need to get to progress them forward. So even though something may not resonate with you, it's not true and not true that with different things things will no longer resonate, and that's indicative of your immense progress. So you just accept others for as they are, and you just know where you're going, and where your comrades are that are like-minded and are on that path. So you keep attuned with them, and you just lovingly understand, someone that's what you would say is not awakened. You just observe, and you still interact kindly with them, and you always practice the virtue. But at this point, none of you need to judge them. It's okay to state facts. That is not judging. It's in line with assisting someone. But anyhow, you know what I'm saying. You got the picture. So you're working with higher energetics because you're able to change and influence the events. And this is how you do it. For example, your mentality is so important in doing this. So if you wish to create, let's say, what you can do to practice, you want to send roses next door, to perhaps an elderly lady, just that's saying to brighten her day, you could just play with it in your mind and say, I'd like to see roses come to her over there. And, if it's approved, and if your power's working very good, you may just look out the door and see somebody out of the blue, uh, drop off a bouquet of roses on the doorstep. So these are the things, but it's very important that you test your abilities constantly, because the more you use them, the better and stronger they become. And also you will get used to working with them and understanding the dynamics of how the angelic energetics really work, and you also understand what you are able to accomplish with them, and it's not okay. Okay, so I guess I'm back now again. So it's not about you, and many of you have been taught this right from the get-go, more or less 2012 onward, that some of you that had material things, you were stripped of it. No, you don't need that. And so you were taught from the get-go to not be selfish, because you don't get your divine gifts like this. You're here for a reason, and it's to assist others. You are accommodated and provided for by another measure. So you don't really need to be concerned with your own welfare to such a degree as you may think. As long as you're assisting and providing for others in assistance and doing your divine. Okay. I see what's going on. My heart rate is affecting this video. Am I back here again? Someone please give a comment. Okay, if I'm back on here now, I'll probably cut this one off. I need to at least do one more video that I wish to get on here about something a little bit different. It's all connected, of course, but it's time also to perhaps get that out to some of you. So anyways, you know the scoop, and it's all very real. It's happening. You guys know it, and you know the party's getting much more fun. We're getting to a climax of it, and but you know we keep it going. So it's beautiful what's happening, and you're receiving your own confirmation. So let's party on. So I love you, and most likely we'll be doing a short video in reference to some JFK things. Doing that shortly. So I love you all. Peace, and a wink, and a kiss. See you in a bit. Bye.